like to talk to you about the governing structure of NAMI Kansas. NAMI Kansas is established as a nonprofit corporation by the state of Kansas and is recognized by the IRS as a tax-exempt corporation. Our articles of incorporation and bylaws provide the structure within which the organization operates and establishes the board of directors as the governing body for all major policy decisions. The NAMI Kansas Board of Directors is elected by and accountable to NAMI members in the state. The board sets strategic priorities and hires an executive director to carry out the policies and manage the day-to-day affairs of the organization. The bylaws of NAMI Kansas also establish 3 advisory councils to ensure that the board decisions consider the perspectives of local NAMI affiliates, individuals living with mental illness, including individuals who have served in the military. The 3 advisory councils, Affiliate Council, Peer Leadership Council, and the Veterans and Military Council, are made up of representatives from each of the NAMI affiliates in the state. Each of the councils has a slightly different mission and structure, but overall they all work to promote and strengthen the work of NAMI Kansas and to ensure communication between the affiliates and the state organization. Each of the councils is organized in concert with a charter approved by the board and are charged with making recommendations to the board. Representatives to each of the councils are included in regular communications from NAMI Kansas. Although their meeting schedules may vary, each council holds an annual meeting in conjunction with the NAMI Kansas Annual Conference in October. All council representatives are appointed by their respective affiliates and serve until replaced by their affiliate. It is important that affiliates and support groups ensure that their representatives are actively participating in each of the councils and that representatives are replaced when they become inactive. First, let's take a look at the NAMI Kansas Affiliate Council. The purpose of the Affiliate Council is to provide a forum for representing the interest of local NAMI affiliates and support groups and to foster communication between local NAMI groups in the state. The Council's objectives include strengthening local affiliates, increasing their capacity to engage in peer support, education, and advocacy, and growing the network of local NAMI groups across the state. Each NAMI affiliate and support group in Kansas appoints 3 representatives to the Affiliate Council. The president or affiliate leader is always one of the 3 representatives. Other appointees are at the discretion of the affiliate, with the proviso that at least one of the 3 representatives shall be a person with lived experience of mental illness, and at least one representative shall be a family member. The council meets quarterly via conference call in addition to their annual meeting in conjunction with the NAMI Kansas Annual Conference. That concludes our review of the Affiliate Council. Now, let's talk about the NAMI Kansas Peer Leadership Council. The Peer Leadership Council represents the voice of individuals with lived experience of mental illness. The mission of the Peer Leadership Council includes support for NAMI Kansas and local affiliates through advocacy at the local and state levels, education, and fundraising. The Council also operates as a safe haven for individuals with lived experience and supports its representatives to be active participants in local community and statewide events. Each NAMI affiliate and support group in Kansas appoints 2 representatives to the Peer Leadership Council. The Council also includes representatives from local veteran support groups and NAMI on-campus chapters. In addition, there are provisions for at-large members of the Council to represent areas of the state not currently served by a NAMI affiliate. All representatives shall be individuals with lived experience of mental illness. In addition to their annual meeting in conjunction with the NAMI Kansas Annual Conference, the Council has an in-person meeting in April. Other meetings are held via quarterly conference call. Expenses are covered for individuals to participate in the in-person meetings. Representatives to the Peer Leadership Council are expected to listen to other peers in their community and report their issues to the Council for discussion and for the development of recommendations to NAMI Kansas. Representatives are also expected to report back to their affiliate regarding the work of the Council, actions taken, and recommendations made to the NAMI Kansas Board of Directors. The President of the Peer Leadership Council serves as a voting member of the NAMI Kansas Board and also as representative from NAMI Kansas to the NAMI Peer Leadership Council. I'd like you to hear from one of our active members of the Peer Leadership Council about the value of the council to the work of NAMI Kansas.
The value that it holds is it gives us something, nothing about us without us. So we have input and say about what goes on in policies and local, each individual affiliates, and each individual affiliate is represented by the state. And so this nothing about us without us to the state, and so when there's legislation, we can advocate at the state level as well as at the national level. So I think it's important because people living with a mental illness need to have a voice, and this is a place where they can find their voice. As a NAMI Peer Leadership Council member, you represent the members living with a mental illness. And as a person that lives with a mental illness, we know what that experience is like. And so we know what the needs are. And so therefore we can better advocate with legislation at the local level and at the state level and at the national level. I think it's important and very imperative because without us, NAMI is not really fully representing the individuals living with a mental illness. It also supports the persons that don't live with a mental illness, their loved ones. We know what our needs are. We know what medications may or may not work. It's important to advocate for those that maybe don't have the ability to advocate. So this council group is very important because it gives us a voice. It gives us a voice that, nothing about us without us. We are here, we're not going away, and this is what we need to get the help that we need.
This concludes our look at the Peer Leadership Council. Now, let's talk about the NAMI Veterans and Military Council. Like the Peer Leadership Council, the NAMI Kansas Veterans and Military Council is the voice within the organization for individuals with military experience, both veterans and active duty military personnel who experience mental illness and their family members. The Council ensures that the needs of individuals who have served in the military remain a focus for NAMI Kansas and our peer support, education, and advocacy work. Each NAMI affiliate and support group in Kansas appoints 2 representatives to the Veterans and Military Council. In addition, there are provisions for at-large members of the Council to represent veteran service organizations who can enhance the work of the Council. All affiliate appointments to the Council shall either be a veteran or service member or a family member of a veteran or service member, and at least one of these 2 representatives must be a person living with a mental illness. The Council meets throughout the year via conference calls in addition to their annual meeting in conjunction with the NAMI Kansas Annual Conference. One role for representatives to the Council is to assist their local NAMI group with outreach to veterans and service members and their family members in their communities. Council members are called on to report issues to the Council which NAMI Kansas needs to address on behalf of veterans and service members and to report back to the affiliate about the work of the Council. The chair of the Veterans and Military Council serves as a voting member of the NAMI Kansas Board and also as a representative from NAMI Kansas to the NAMI Veterans and Military Council. I would like you to hear from one of the members of the Veterans and Military Council about the value this council brings to the work of NAMI Kansas.
The value of the Veterans and Military Council is it provides support, education, and advocacy for veterans and their families. It provides forum for veterans from the affiliates from NAMI Kansas to interact with each other and provide feedback back to their affiliates on veterans issues across Kansas. We have a lot of goals. Our goals are to provide more support groups for veterans across Kansas, to provide better advocacy for veterans' mental health care in Kansas, and provide education programs like NAMI Homefront. Members of the Veterans Military Council provide the NAMI Homefront classes. They're a 6-week class, and they're for family members of veterans with mental illnesses. My membership in the council is very rewarding, and it's a way for me to pay back to the other veterans that may not have been as fortunate as I have to have gotten the care that I needed when I was going through a major depression. Without the programs for NAMI, I might not be sitting here going through the NAMI programs and then becoming an advocate for veterans. It really helped me so much. And it just is very rewarding, gives me an opportunity to give back to my community, still serve my community as well, and serve veterans and their families across Kansas.
This concludes our overview of the governance structure of NAMI Kansas. While it's true that NAMI Kansas Board of Directors has the ultimate responsibility for the business of the organization, including setting strategic priorities and making policy decisions, the work of the representative advisory councils is central to the design of the overall governance structure. The input from and the engagement of the individuals who make up these councils ensures that better decisions are being made about the future of our work together. For a more in-depth understanding of the board and the advisory councils, please visit the About NAMI Kansas tab on our website at www.namikansas.org.